Queijos e queijas, sejam muito bem-vindos a uma edição extra, mas porém muito especial da CHEESECAST Live. Eu sou o Felipe Reis e serei esse apresentador de hoje. Me acompanharão João e Hugo. Tudo bem, meninos? Como estão?
Muito feliz.
Tudo ótimo, tudo ótimo.
Ó, vou lembrar vocês que estão na audiência. Eu sei que a gente está em semana de carnaval, compromissos, então assim, não se preocupem. Se vocês precisarem sair, essa live vai ficar disponível aqui no canal. Vocês podem assistir a hora que vocês quiserem. E vamos sentando o dedo no like, compartilhem, porque hoje vai ser incrível. Sem mais delongas, a gente tem um convidado para lá de especial hoje e já peço que vocês vão mandando as perguntas que a gente vai tentar passar pela maioria delas no final. E, cara, nosso convidado hoje, ele foi uma escolha de sexta rodada do Packers em 2023, jogou em Bowling Green, defensive lineman, number 94, KB, Karl Brooks.
How y'all doing?
Karl, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me on the show.
Man, it's such an honor for us to host you in here. It's the first time in CHEESECAST Brazil history that we are having a Green Bay Packers player on the stream. The fan base, our Brazilian fan base, and in the US as well, we're so hyped that when we announce you as our guest, and it's our honor to have you in here. How have the early stages of the season been for you? How are you doing overall?
I appreciate you for having me on the show. I really do. But the early stages, I feel like for me, and what I tell a lot of my peoples, it was a big mental game. Just, coming off like in the beginning, but you get used to it. But just coming off a long college season and then playing, preseason games and then, just the season itself and then the postseason. So it was just a long season, just mentally coming in there every day and just, staying on top of it. And just staying sharp. So I would just say that would probably be the hardest challenges I had to deal with early. So.
And I mean, there's just so much stuff that goes behind the scenes that we as fans that we don't get to see, like the team meetings, the mental preparation, the physical preparation, man. It's like a marathon, man. It's gotta be, and it's like goes for 6 months at minimum. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of stuff that you guys put out that we can't see. So I have to assume it's like a big grinding for everyone involved.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big grind always, day in, week out. There's a grind 24/7. There's a level of focus and there's a standard, to be held when you got that G on your chest. So it's a fun grind. You enjoy it, but it's definitely a grind, though. I'll say that.
Nice.
So, Hugo, you want to start?
Okay. First of all, again, I want to thank KB for this opportunity. And I agree 100% what Felipe said. It's such a historical moment for us, and I think for the whole NFL community here in Brazil. But I want to start from the beginning. Okay. You're from Michigan, right? And yep. I want to know if the football is something that is present in your life since your childhood or any other sport, and how was this for you?
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm from Lansing, Michigan. Born and raised by Olin Brooks and Aretha Starwood. But just growing up, sports wasn't forced or anything like that. Sports was just just something you wanted to do. My dad and my mom both gave me the opportunity to play different sports. It wasn't just football. I played baseball growing up. I played basketball. I ran track. And I narrowed it down as I got older. But, football was something that just, I've been playing, I want to say since I was 8 or 9 till now. So football was that number one sport for me. And it was just something that, it was another hobby. And then, I told my dad that I really enjoyed playing football and I like playing So he got more serious, and we got locked in more on football and kind of let the other sports go a little bit. But that's how just football was introduced to me at a young age.
I mean, how did you narrow it down between? I think you said football, basketball. Don't know if
Baseball.
I missed one, but how did the
Baseball.
ultimate to? Sorry.
Okay, you can say. Sorry.
How did the ultimate choice for you came to football? It's like something in the family, something that you decided yourself, what that you felt was best for you?
It's just kind of what I enjoy having fun with the most. I really wasn't having fun with baseball no more, and that's just how it was with the rest of them. I mean, I still enjoy playing basketball and running track, but it's just football was my main passion that I loved and what I found the most joy and love for the game for, and that's just something I wanted to stick with, that I knew I wanted to stick with.
That's awesome, man. And now moving a little bit to college and the draft, I'll let João do the talking on this one. Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, man. Okay, thank you for having us, or say for your time. You play Bowling Green, which is not a very big college school, especially for us here in Brazil. That we have a lot of people who really loves college football, but it's usually the most common teams. And there you have played really, really well. You led the teams in 4 of 5 times in sacks. You played edge rusher there, so inside, outside. How was this moment for you? How was your time there in Bowling Green? What did you learn? How was to play there? Your experience in general in college football. I mean, growing up with high school football, then playing at high level with NFL chances. What was the experience growing up in football?
Yeah, I just take it back all the way to my freshman year, and I'll kind of just walk it down a little bit. So my freshman year, I get to Bowling Green. I was 6'4", 240 pounds, playing edge rusher. I had a D-line coach of Coach Williams. He was there for a short period of time, but I was able to learn from a lot of just different defensive line coaches that all had different schemes, but they all knew football at the end of the day. So I would hear a lot of the same things being repeated over and over, and I just applied it to my game. And just as far as me just blossoming in my college career, I just really feel like I give a lot of credit to Julian Campini. He was my defensive line coach there at Bowling Green. I give a lot of credit to our defensive coordinator and just our head coach in general, just for believing in me. But, I had a lot of ups and downs throughout college. It was never perfect. My freshman year, like you said, I ended up playing at an early age. I was thrown in that fire. But I feel like I played and I handled myself well. And it was a point in my career where I had got hurt during COVID year. Bring me that great one. I got hurt during in COVID year where I hurt my ankle, and that played a big role in me getting my position switched, because I gained a lot of weight over that period of time, just being at home and not being able to do anything. But I just feel like my college career is of ups and downs. It just taught me how to just be a better person overall, and to just always keep working and just keep a positive mindset no matter what you're going through. So I feel like college really taught me a lot, and it really helped me for the long run.
I remember. Go ahead, John.
No, you can speak. You can speak.
I remember going through Twitter, and I ended up seeing a Twitter from former defensive lineman for the Packers, Mike Daniels.
Yeah.
And he put up I don't remember his exact words, but it was something about, I don't care from what school a player comes from. If you can get that type of guy with those stats in the sixth round, you got yourself a steal. I don't care. I think it's fair to say that Mike Daniels was right.
Yeah. I don't really be seeing too much of the Twitter stuff, and I've seen that, but it's just an honor just coming from him. So it was real great to see, and it was real motivating. So it just encouraged me to, after the season ended, just to reflect of what I did and what I need to get better on, and really what I exceeded in, just so I can come back in a better year too.
Question: did you play on defense since high school? Since high school, it
Yeah.
was always defense.
No, so in high school, I played a little bit of everything. My senior year of high school, I played wide receiver, I played safety, outside linebacker, everything but defensive line and defensive tackle with my hand in the dirt. I pretty much played. I think I had a high school of 32 kids, so we had to play both ways a lot. So I was back there catching returns. It was a lot. It's all on my huddle and my highlight, which was fun, but. Yeah, I played a lot of different positions, and I don't think I put my hand in the dirt till actually I got to Green Bay. That was like the first time actually truly putting my hand in the dirt. So,
did you think? You can say. You can speak. You can speak. Go ahead.
I believe we have a special audio for you. So who's going to play the audio? Who's going to play?
Oh, okay.
With the 179th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Packers select Karl Brooks, defensive tackle, Bowling Green.
How was this feeling, man?
How did you feel when your name was called there?
When I got that call, it put a smile to my face. Like I really couldn't smile at that moment because, I was really, in my heart, I was really get picked up earlier than what I did. But I'm always blessed and grateful for whatever came my way. But, I was expecting that phone call day 2 and I didn't get it. And then when I heard it day 3, I just felt like, a whole burden just got released off my chest. And I was just able to just get a chance to go play football, which was the most exciting thing for me. So I was just really fortunate. It was a great feeling, feeling with my family and with my loved ones who sticked it out with me through that long 3 days. Because I wasn't the best human being in those 3 days, but it was a long 3 days. But it was a great feeling, and I will always remember that feeling. I still got that same video on my phone, but it was a blessing for sure.
Do you think that playing for Bowling Green, a smaller school, not depressive, but it tricked you to fall into the third day? You were expecting to be selected. You had numbers to be day 2 or even early day 2. You played really well, had a really good tape, but playing for a smaller school, it kind of gets rough for you, or other reasons?
To be honest, I really don't know how a lot of that other stuff go. But, I see a lot of people who get recognized and deserved for doing half of what I did at a small school, but they just went to a bigger school. And stuff like that used to irritate me because, I had multiple opportunities to transfer my junior year, but it was just a feeling that I had got when I was thinking about doing it. Was none of these schools wanted me when I first came out of high school. So I always held that feeling. And when I hear that, I don't really hear that because I feel like if you can play football, you can play football. Like if you can go out there and make plays and ball, no matter where you're doing it, you're still playing football. So for me, a lot of people say that, but I don't really see it. And then I went to the Senior Bowl to, try to prove myself that it's not only just against small schools. Like I can play against anybody or play with anybody, but I don't really feel like that small school stuff really have effect on, level of competition or whatever people might say and stuff like that. So I really feel like that's just something they say just to say it.
Okay, good. I agree with you.
And KB, what's the reason for the 94 jersey? It was you choose this number?
No, I didn't get to choose. When they had called me when I was getting drafted, they was like, "We got number 94 waiting on you," and that's all I needed to hear. So I didn't really have too much say over the jersey number, and I really didn't care what jersey number I got, to be real. So that was kind of what I was going through. I didn't really care what number.
That's nice. Felipe, you go with the next question.
I think his internet is not okay. So
All right. So can I ask?
okay.
So of course we are cheeseheads, Brazilian cheeseheads. So we are kind. We have we are Green Bay Packers fan. But how was the feeling to be picked, selected by the Green Bay Packers? I mean, it's a historical franchise. No matter what team you are a fan, it's a historical franchise more than 100 years. So what was the feeling to be selected by the Green Bay Packers?
I just felt like a Green Bay Packers is a well-known organization, highly respected throughout the whole league. And then when I just got that call, it was beautiful because I just started thinking about, Lambeau Field, and the first thing that came to my head was the snow games, to be honest, and then it was the Cheeseheads. It was the snow games that first came to my head that I was just, dreaming about playing in, and then the history just in that stadium alone is super special. So I was excited to really get drafted by the Green Bay Packers.
Did you have a Green Bay Packers player, like an old one, or that you were a fan that was your inspiration, or did you really like to watch play? I don't know, McDaniels, Clay Matthews, an example, or in
Uh,
general, just that history of the franchise?
It was just in general. I was never I'm not gonna lie, I was never a Green Bay fan growing up. I grew up in Michigan, so my dad was a Lions fan, and I was a Vikings fan growing up. So that's how the house.
You were a Vikings fan?
I was a Vikings fan growing up, but not no more. But I was a Vikings fan growing up, and yeah, my dad was a Lions fan. So, but I always respected the Packers. I never had nothing bad to say or nothing like that. But
That's nice, really nice. Felipe, you are back? Are you back? Are you alive? Are you with us? No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. So
Going to college, being selected in the draft, and how was your feeling at your first day of training on the Green Bay Packers? Like the professional football scenery. How did you feel? Who was the first player that you talked with in the Green Bay? Can you give us like a little background about that first day of school?
yeah, first day of school, I'd say when it was just the rookies, me and Kobe Wooden talked a lot because we were both drafted and we were both in the same room. So I'd say me and him started talking a lot, and just in my room in general, when the vets got here, I think that the first person I talked to was TJ Slayton. Talked to him first, and then I talked to Kenny Clark, Rashad Berry, all those guys. But it's just like you said, first day of school, you got to learn how to do everything again. You got to learn their way of everything. So I was enjoying the process, and just taking in all the learning, all the coaching in much as I could, and as much as I could remember. But it was a great first day. Rookie OTAs, I think it was super hot outside too. It was super hot out there, but the fans was great. They brought energy every day to practice. So it was just a great environment. It was a great feel to everything out there.
Did you
Is it very deep?
guys
Okay, you're back.
did you guys ask him about his degree?
No,
Not yet, not yet.
I apologize. My Wi-Fi is kicking my butt, so I'm trying to get it fixed here. But we'll find a way. It's okay. Go ahead, Joe.
No, you can ask about what you're going to ask.
If I'm not mistaken, you have a college degree in I think it's human development. Is that right?
Yeah, human development, family studies.
Man, that's awesome. How does your experience in that area helps you build the chemistry, build the friendships inside a locker room that has so many people? It's like a 53-man roster once the season starts.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be honest, it really went back to college, just about the locker room in general, because, playing football, you got a lot of different races in there. You got a lot of different beliefs. So just learning that in college and just learning about your teammates, and just knowing how, the human development, the degree can help me is just, learning how my teammates think, what they're thinking in certain situations, and what type of person is he, or what type of person is he is. But I really feel like in college it helped me be a good leader because it helped me just, knew how to like talk to certain people on my team. Like I knew with certain players that I can, really get on them because they really love the game of football and they're real passionate about it like I am. And it's just other people that, might not, represent that well. If you getting on them in front of everybody, he might give you a different reaction. So I just really felt like you just, it tells you how to talk to certain people and to get along with certain people and, just different cultures and stuff like that.
And that's incredible, man. I was really impressed by your degree, by the way. I went to research a little bit about it, and I was like, man, this guy is a lot of smart. And I mean, it was impressive. But speaking a little bit specifically about this current moment of the off season, how's your routine until like I think there's the activity start in April, late April, and how does your routine goes until that time when it comes to the physical preparation, the mental preparation? How do you approach it?
Really, this is my first off season being in the NFL, so it was a lot of planning that went into it. And then just talking to my agency and all my loved ones, they just thought it was my best interest to, start working out slowly, not just jump right back into it full steam. So I've been doing my yoga and my Pilates early in the morning since I've been down here. Like I rotate them, go back and forth, just to slowly start moving my body around, try to wrinkle out some kinks and just, feel fresh again. And then, I was going to hit the ground running. And, my D-line coach told me, he said, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm trying to just make sure I start on all the tools that he taught me. And just, when I come back, I can just hit the ground running and not have to restart. And I really feel like that can slow development down for players. Unfortunately, I was one of them in high school. And I seen that effect. So I try my best not to, get worse during this off season and just really try to, make smart of my time, my decision makings, and come back stronger, faster, and more explosive than I was this year.
Man, I mean, when you talk about going back stronger and faster next season, I look back to your rookie season, and I noticed some stats in here. You had 4 sacks. This is the season overall. 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, 4 better passes, which is this better pass stat is incredible. Like I think you're in the top 5 for all defensive linemen in the year. You had a blocked field goal against the Minnesota Vikings, I believe. You were the highest graded defensive lineman for the Packers in the postseason, the highest graded defender for the team against San Fran. They're pretty great, right? Did you have any projections for yourself specifically going into the season?
Really just, do as much as I can. I really ain't have no set number because I really feel like that limits you as a player. So I really just went in with a mindset to be greedy and to get as much as I could. And, all inside the scheme, of course, and, just help my team win. But I didn't really have no limit or nothing. I just wanted to help the team win and just produce any way I could and just take advantage of what I could. So,
I mean, I think I talked about early on the stream that when I was thinking to myself, the Packers got an absolute stud. What a steal in the 6th round. And, I mean, among rookies, you were like top 10 in pressures, sacks, and QB hits and hurries. I mean, just by those numbers, I think it's a justified steal, and we believe that it's only going to go up from here. So we are very excited for what year 2 will bring to you, and we can't wait. I think João has a interesting question to ask you.
Yeah, like I said, I am a really pass rusher lover. For me, it's the most important thing in football. How do you pressure the opposite quarterback. And for you and for the coaches, like the professional thought about the pass rush, which is more important, sacks or pressures, or both of them? Like I was listening to Micah Parsons talking about the defensive player of the year, which Miles Garrett. He had less sacks than TJ Watts, and a lot of people were talking about that. But Micah Parsons said that on film, Miles Garrett was way more present on the quarterback's face than TJ Watt. It's not a question about them, but about the pressure sack stats. A lot of people, a lot of specialists say that it's more important to have sacks than pressures, or to have pressures than sacks. I want your vision and the professional vision in football about it, because I really love pass rush. It's the most awesome thing.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I really feel like the more you affect the quarterback is better for the team, but sacks is better for the front office and getting paid, in my opinion. But I really feel like, as a pass rusher, I really feel like pressures is just more important. Like I'd rather be a guy that has 5 pressures in one game than 1 sack that game. Like I would take 5 pressures over that, because I'm getting to the quarterback face. I'm being disruptive. I'm not letting him get comfortable on his spot. Hopefully I'm getting him to make a terrible throw. And we got amazing corners in the back end that can capitalize off stuff like that and cause turnovers. So I really feel like pressure is, the key to everything. Getting pressure in the quarterback face, getting turnovers, getting batted balls down, stuff like that. I really feel like is more important than sacks. But sacks is always going to be the number one thing on a lot of people's list, because sacks is, the number one. I don't know how to really say it, but sacks is number one stat line you want to get.
All right, I really loved your answer, man. Thank you. That's great.
Going back to the 2023 season, specifically talking about I think it was the October stretch. Does Ugo wanna fill that up?
Okay. Packers had a 4 losing streak game against the Lions, the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Vikings. And of course, some guys on the media talks bad things about the team. I want to know how this came, especially for you, if you see those criticism, and I don't know if you can talk for the whole roster, how you guys receive that, or is something that you don't care?
I'm gonna be so honest. Me, the type of person I am, when it's heavily criticized or something, I rarely be on my phone during the season. I'm rarely reading the headlines of what people talking about us and stuff like that. I really don't read that. I just care about the people in the locker room and handling what we're supposed to handle. But when we see that, it's just more motivation. Like you said, we lost that first Lions game. That's the first one we went on the streak where we lost. That one was a tough one because it was just a divisional rival. You hate losing those games, especially at home in front of your fans. So it left a bad taste in our mouth. Then we went on to lose to the Vikings, the Broncos, like you said. And those were just, disappointing losses. I really feel like we more likely beat ourselves than let them beat us, because we lost by 1 or 2. So it's just real unfortunate, but you try not to get too involved into the media thing. Just as a player, just you want your focus to be football and only football.
Mutado, Felipe.
You're muted.
My bad. Last off season, Kenny Clark, your teammate, came to Brazil, and I'll let Hugo do the talking on this one.
Okay.
Because he has an experience with it. I don't know if you tell him.
Last year, I think it was kind of the same period of the year, week pre Pro Bowl, pre Super Bowl, something like that. Kenny Clark came to Brazil, and especially to Rio. I know that you were drafted a little bit after that, but at some point he told something about Brazil or something about that, and adding to that, I want to know if you're already packing your bags to come to Brazil in September to play in the Eagles.
Hopefully, I get a chance to pack my bags. I haven't mentioned that Brazil trip to Kenny. Haven't talked to him about it. He hasn't talked to us about those trips, but I'm hopefully looking forward to packing my bag and coming down to Brazil.
That would be great.
I don't know if our admin is ready. She's at the NFL event in Brazil, so we're gonna keep going. Once she's ready, we'll let you know when she would. Oh, I think I'm hearing she's ready. She's ready.
She's
Am I
ready.
right?
Be right back.
Ready.
So I'm just gonna. Oh, there she is.
Hey guys!
Hey.
First of all, welcome, Karl. It's a little bit noisy here. You can understand me. Can say something, then I'll put my mic a little bit closer to my mouth. But I'm here to show you a little bit of this event. It's Super Bowl weekend, so here we have a 2-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I want to show you a little bit about the NFL fan base here in Brazil, just for you to understand how well received you're gonna be when you guys come to Brazil, play with the Eagles. Because I'm sending this to Universe, and you guys are gonna come here to play. Okay. And this is a really huge event they're gonna make. This is the second year they are making, and there's a lot of challenges. They have a quarterback challenge, a 40-yard challenge, a field goal challenge, just for normal people playing and feel like they are NFL players. So I'm gonna switch my camera. I'll be talking, but I'm gonna switch my camera and you'll see my face.
Okay.
Just a second. You guys are seeing? So
Yes.
this is the first factor. It's a quarterback challenge. There's a lot of people here. They are all in line for play a little bit. There's a store there that they're gonna sell a lot of NFL items. They are already full. That's a lot of line here. But we have a lot of exclusives. So all the helmets from all the teams. We have the best helmets here. All the best ones. The pretty ones. There's 49ers fans. So it's really crowded. It's not crowded enough. Tomorrow it will be so many more people. Last year there are people sitting on the floor just to see the games. We have a 40-yard challenge for the people running. There's some guys here making 4.0 seconds in the 40-yard challenge. So it's really scary. They are not playing. They're not trying to play in the NFL. How is that possible? We have a field goal challenge. Yesterday, a guy hit the roof. I don't know how he made that because they need to put a network there for preparing this to happen again. But yesterday, a guy hit the ball on the roof, and everybody got really scared.
He having a great time.
Yeah, he had a really great leg. So everybody here, it's not gonna take me too long for find a Packers fan. There are a lot of guys here that are Packers fans. So this is just for showing you that people here in Brazil are really ready to reciprocate you guys here. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really a Matthew fan, a Rodgers fan there. There's a lot of Packers fans here. So I'm really hope that you guys gonna come here. And I want to ask you, how do you feel knowing that NFL is really huge this way out of the USA?
It's amazing to know that football can bring so many people together in different countries. Man, it's awesome, and just to see it in live action is amazing, and it's really sweet. I will look forward to going down there one day.
Yeah, we really hope you guys come here. I want to talk to a Packers fan. Well, I'm speaking to Karl Brooks, DL. I'm speaking to Karl Brooks, DL from the Packers. You are live with him? Yes? Say something. Closer.
Hey, Karl.
Flip the camera.
How do you
The camera.
Calma que agora o inglês perdeu. Do you like the new DC?
Do I like the new DC?
Yeah, did you like the news from the new DC?
Yeah, I love the new DC. He seems like a great guy. He got a fun defense, and I look forward to learning his playbook and flying around. I haven't talked to him personally yet, though.
Do you like to play in Brazil?
I would love to get a chance to play in Brazil.
Hope that's you. Thank you. So here is just one fan. There's a lot of people right up front. There are 5 guys wearing a Packers jersey. So just to show you, outside there's a lot of more places. There's a game going on at this moment. They are playing flag football. There's a lot of pages here in Brazil that produce content from the NFL, and they are making a little challenge between them to play. So this is just a little bit from the NFL fan base for you. See how amazing, how big that you guys are here. Packers is the biggest. I forgot how to say torcida, but you guys have the most population of fans outside of Brazil, outside of US, here in Brazil, for the second year consecutive. So this is how huge you guys are, you guys Packers are, and how huge NFL are. Here, another Rodgers fan, another Packer girl. So just for you to see how big you guys are, I hope you enjoy it. I hope this makes you more animated, more excited to be playing here. Let me switch my camera. I'm with my cell phone. It's a little.
That looked like fun.
Understand how much you guys are important for us. Wait.
I think the mic cut off a little bit.
Sorry. I think the signal is bad.
No worries, no worries.
You guys are listening to me?
Yeah, we can, but it's kind of cutting off a little bit. And now it's over. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for showing me around there.
Now it's back. Now the signal's back.
Oh, the signal's back. Right. I came outside just to show you a little bit of the game. The guys are playing. Just a second. It's really huge here. It's bigger than the last year. They need to put more space for us because there's a lot of people last year because really crowded. We didn't have space even to see the Super Bowl game. It's really, really crowded. I'm gonna switch my camera again.
Okay.
All good.
I did it switch.
Not switched.
I think switch now. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks. So this is flag football. All the guys here, as I said before, all these people that are gaming, they are people that only make content for free. We don't make money with that. Unfortunately, we did just because we love the sport, we love the game, we love our teams. Everybody here has a team. They cheer, and everybody here really cheer for the sport. A lot of content producers in here, a lot of Packers players, Patriots players, more Packer fans, 49ers fans. You don't like them. So it's just for you to see. We love the sport, we love the NFL, and we really hope that you are coming here this year in September. And me, as a Packer fan, I'm a Packer fan since 2011. So I'm really excited for the possibility of seeing you guys playing here without spend a lot of money to go into the US. And that's it. I hope you like it from this moment. And I really hope you guys coming in here. And that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna let you keep with the interview. Hope you enjoy it. And I'm gonna keep watching here.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Bea.
much for showing me.
Thank you, Bea.
Bye.
I mean,
So she gets to have all the fun while you guys are at home.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think what strikes me the most is it's like people are not just Packers fans, Patriots fans, Vikings fans, Bears fans, whatever. They are football fans. They generally love the sport. That's what I think it's makes our fan base, our Brazilian fan base stand out. And I mean, I know no matter who comes, I hope it's the Packers. I'm praying to God it's the Packers. But no matter which team comes play the Eagles here, the stadium will be packed like we've never seen before. Like it will be an amazing atmosphere.
I believe it.
Let me see here. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit for a moment about your personal idols. Who were your mentors since you decided to play football, or you can go even before if you like? And how did they impact your career on and off the field?
I would always say my mother. I've been saying this since day one. Just, my mom always motivated me because I seen her wake up at 5:30 in the morning every day, Monday through Sunday, for 8-some years plus when I was growing up. So I would say just her willingness to never complain and just to get up and go work and just go do it. I say I get that from her because just, the amount of hours I see my mom do that is unbelievable. Thank God she not working 5:30s in the morning no more. But I would say my mother number one, and then second one my dad, and then I got Malcolm X was always big just on how he was a leader, and he's from the same city I'm from, Lansing, Michigan. So that's pretty sweet, and I always looked up to him.
And John's gonna say something.
Oh yeah. Hey, about the Packers, do you have best friends in the Green Bay Packers? Like a player, do you have more personal contacts?
All those guys are my best friends, man. You can't get me in trouble like that. All those guys are my best friends. But like I said earlier, I would say Kobe. Just a simple fact, we came in same time, same day, both playing the same position. But all those guys, man, all the guys, especially my rookie class, super close with. Just everybody on the team, I got a unique friendship with.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's really great, man. Do you have any guess for the Super Bowl tomorrow? Who do you think is going to win? How do you think the game is going to play out?
I don't know, because you got a good 49ers team and a good Chiefs team. I don't really know. I'm just probably just watching that one, but I feel like it's gonna go all the way 4 quarters. I feel like somebody gonna be getting blown out at halftime, and somebody's gonna come back and make it close and go into overtime. That's just my guess. I don't know which team gonna be getting blown out and come back, but that's my prediction. That's how I see it going this year.
KB,
Awesome.
do you like to watch football? Or do you like to watch football of the Green Bay Packers? Other games is something that you like to do when you're like at home watching TV, or no?
Definitely during football season. If it's on, I'm definitely gonna to check it out. But I love watching football. I come home and watch the game. Hang out with my teammates. We watch film and watch it at the same time, and just kind of talk and relax and just watch football. But I love watching football.
Okay.
I believe we're going to open some questions for the fans now. Is that the time? Are we cool with that?
It can be. Can I do a question that I am curious about?
Go ahead.
What was the toughest player that you faced in the season? Like a guard or a center, the player that gave you the most trouble to go up against you. It's always a curiosity of mine to what the players talk about their rivals in the field. I mean, it's very good.
To be honest, I feel like in the beginning of my rookie year,
All right.
when I played like the first couple of games, I would say probably just the first few games. Like the Chicago's Bears left guard gave me a couple problems early in the season. The guard, I want to say for the Cowboys and the Chiefs were pretty good. Those are probably the toughest two that I dealt with. I say the right
Cowboys
guard.
and the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Cowboys and the
Zach,
Chiefs.
yeah,
Zach
right guard
Martin
for the
and
Chiefs. Brown, he was decent, and that's really it, honestly.
I think you're talking about the Cowboys and the Chiefs, Zach Martin and Joe Tooney.
Yeah, those two guys, Zach Martin. Yeah, those two guys were two problems. But other than that, I don't really find too many. Like once I got my groove and just what to expect and how the football game is played through 4 quarters. Because I'm gonna be honest, when my early playing my rookie year, like early, like they would have like different type of veteran techniques that they would use, and I wouldn't know nothing about it until I went back and watched the film and just learned from it. So, they got the best of me then, but now I just know how to set up a defender all 4 quarters and stuff like that. So now I'm playing that mind game a little bit too, which I feel like is really how they was getting me.
So it
I
was more about adaptation than just the other guy being so good. It's adaptation from the college to NFL itself, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you
Yeah,
ask that
cool.
question?
who's going to go? Should I?
I didn't hear him. I didn't hear what he said.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It was more about the adaptation of the transition to college from NFL than the other player itself, right? What's more about the general stuff,
Yeah.
not that.
The big transition I would say was just, the game speed and just, and it's more communication in the NFL, far as quarterback talking to his O line, talking to his running back, talking to his receivers. That gives you little nuggets and little hints to go out there and play fast. And in college it was always line up and play, but now it's a fast-paced game, but you got to know when they're slowing it down and when they're changing the play, when they're using code words, just so you can play fast and get a jump. So I really feel like that was the main difference. Just the communication part of the game is a lot more advanced than it was in college. At least where I come from in Bowling Green to the NFL, it's just a lot more talking and communicating on the field. So, which I like and enjoy because you can play fast.
All
Man,
right.
I remember just before we go to the fan questions, I remember a particular play. I think it was against the Chargers, where the Packers had more guys at the side you're on the line of scrimmage. So the Chargers kind of they slide the protection to your side, but you still get a one-on-one matchup. And man, it's awesome. You go through a 300+ pound lineman like he was nothing, and then you get the sack on Herbert. I mean, that's just incredible.
Yeah, I remember that play. So they came out in a formation. It was 12 personnel, but it was gun. Uh, we was in the perfect call for the situation. I had a one-on-one, and you can just get a feel for the game. Like I was saying earlier, how just the game is more communicating and being smart. You can just get a feel for a player and their demeanor. So I just felt that demeanor, and I got on the edge quick, and I tried to go win. So I really feel like I'm really at my best when I know what's going on and what's coming. And that's what I'm like really preparing on a lot this off season. It's just really just the game study of just the game and of players and watching techniques. Because I feel like just the more you watch, the more you can just go out there and play fast. Because everybody does the drills. Everybody does the drills that you're supposed to do to when you get that situation to beat a guy 1-on-1. But I feel like for me, it's knowing when to deploy those that drill to a real life game, knowing when you're gonna get that perfect look to hit that perfect move. So for me, it'd probably just be a lot of studying this off season and just really just learning more just about my opponents more than anything. And I'm still gonna be doing what I'm supposed to do, athletically, but that's probably like a high emphasis to my game this year.
Okay.
Cool. Can we go to the fan questions?
Huh?
You got him? You heard?
My audio is not so very good, right? I think I have to change something.
Well, should we move to the fan questions?
Yeah, you can go. A lot of people asking about the new defensive coordinator. I think KB already talked about him. Do you want to talk a little bit more?
Huh?
I can speak.
Sorry, guys.
No worries, no worries.
No worries. KB.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
I can't see you. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I was getting a FaceTime call. I'm sorry. So is this the question on the screen I'm supposed to? Yeah. So
Yeah, a lot of questions about the new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I love the choice. I personally didn't get to meet him and talk to him directly and to hear him out or anything like that. But I don't really have too much to say about that. I love the DC. I looked up some of his scheme. We still got some of our coaches that's still here for next year, which I'm excited about. And, we got a new defensive coordinator with a fresh start. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. And I'm looking forward to just learning and being a better player.
What do you think about the change in general of the? I'm sorry, I'm asking a question. What do you think about this defensive change in general? It will be a good thing. It will be hard to adapt to a new scheme, a new staff.
It's never hard. It's just I feel like it's all about how much you apply yourself as a football player and taking the time out your day to do the right things and to sit down and learn the playbook and learn the understanding of his point of view. I don't really feel like it's a challenge. You go in there and that's your job at the end of the day, to go in there and learn and to go out there and play fast. So I don't really feel it's going to be too hard of a challenge. Just learning his scheme and his terminology is going to be the huge thing, and just going out there and playing fast. I don't see it as hard to go out there and learn a new playbook or anything like that.
Cool.
Okay, hey Bruce, what you think about living in the smallest city? Does it really affect the decision of a player? I really feel like just living in Green Bay is kind of perfect because you could just lock in on just football, because there's nothing to do in the Green Bay city. There's really not too much of a nightlife out there, so I love it because there's nothing to do but to save money and play football, and it's a great city to live in. The fans are super helpful. The people there are super great. Some great food areas around the way, and they also got a couple of nice scenery spots with the beaches and everything, or not the beach, but the lake right there and everything. So it's a great small town to live in, to be focused all about football. So I love it. I love living there.
So talking about that, there is another question here. It's a Portuguese one. How did you feel when you played on Lambeau Field for the first time?
Say that again.
How did you feel playing Lambeau Field for the first time?
Oh, playing on Lambeau Field. Are we talking preseason or are we talking regular season? Because I feel like there's two parts to that. But
you can do both. Part 1, part 2.
All right. So part 1, the postseason or the preseason, it was just great. I had a lot of jitters because preseason, as a rookie, you're gonna play a lot. So it was just amazing playing on that field, hearing the Go Pack go for the first time. And then just seeing all the other guys do Lambeau leaps and just how cool that was. And I enjoy playing in Lambeau Field. It's really fun and it's electric.
Great.
You said your father is a Lions fan. How did your family feel when you were called up? My dad didn't really care. He just wanted to see his son get drafted. He was still crying at the end of the day, and he's not a Lions fan no more. He threw all that stuff out, and he got a whole bunch of green and yellow house, a whole bunch of cheese heads around the house. So he's happily a Green Bay Packers fan, but he was really just excited for me. It wasn't like he was mad or anything. He was just super excited and super pumped.
Now he's a Packers fan, right?
Yeah. Can you talk about Jordan Love? He is so calm and patient outside the game too. He don't be nervous, never. That's just Jordan Love. He don't get nervous under pressure. He just go out there and ball. And just seeing him like playing sometimes, he'd have me wild and amazed on the sidelines. Like, bro, how you get that throw off or how you throw the ball? Like I don't know. It's just he don't get too phased. He never get too high, never get too low. He's like an even kill throughout the whole 4 quarters. And as a quarterback, I feel like that's amazing to have. And we all love Ted in the locker room.
I think we have one more.
Let's.
Not a lot of people expect the Packers to make it to the playoffs. Everyone seemed to write their team off. Was this using motivation to make the playoffs? Absolutely. We just felt like nobody really gave us a fair chance in the playoffs. It really don't matter, but nobody really just gave us a fair chance. And they always talked about how young we was and inexperienced we was, and we just used it as motivation. Like you said, we used it as motivation. We went to practice every day with a chip on our shoulder. It was an effort to get better each and every day, just to go out there and prove those people wrong. So I know for me, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm real hungry right now to get back out there. So
Being young was never used as an excuse, right? It serves as fuel, and like no one is like giving us credit. Like, so let's just play our game. Let's be cool with it, and let's see where this goes. And the team made a run. They beat the number 2 seed. They took the number 1 seed, and now NFC champion San Francisco 49ers into the last 2 minutes of the game. So
yeah,
you guys got to feel pretty great about where these teams headed, especially with such a young core, especially on offense. I mean, it really feels like the sky's the limit.
everybody's super excited to get back out there. So that's the good thing.
Is there a Packers player you look up to?
A Packers player that I look up to?
Yeah.
Reggie White, just the fact that he's a great, and he was a defensive lineman. Mike Daniels, Raha. I just started watching him a little bit. Raha Daniels. People are gonna give me crap for not knowing his name, but there's a couple that I watch and stuff like that I look up to. Clay Matthews, Packers legend. So a lot of people like that.
Now that's a tricky question here for you.
Actually, we have a real shot. I feel like we always got a shot. So yeah, most definitely feel like we got a great shot for the Super Bowl next year.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Do you guys want to follow up?
I think you can do the
closing
final
segment.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said at the beginnings, we can't thank you enough for being here, man. We really appreciate you taking the time to do this with us. We have a lot of people rooting for you, especially now in our community, right? And not just as a player, but as a person as well. That's like really important. You're more than welcome. We're not gonna bother you during the season. That's not gonna happen. We know it. You have a lot of stuff to do, but at the off season next year, you're more than welcome to return at any time you want, any day. It's up to you.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate you for having me. It's a real honor. It was fun, man.
I also want to thank the audience that showed up today. our fans who are always showing support no matter what, and we work really hard to try to bring the best Packers content. And what better than a Packers player in our live stream for the first time ever? All of your support motivates us to work even harder, and we can't thank you enough. I would like to remind everyone, and I've seen we have some English speaking crowd fans in the audience. Go subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and we will see you all next time. Once again, I appreciate you all very much. And once again, I appreciate KB for showing up. It's been amazing. We will see you next time, and go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.
We can make a virtual photo here.
Cheese.
Hey KB, I'm a guy on behind the scenes all the time, so I just here for thank you for that. And never before a professional player come to talk NFL team's fan page, so thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I have for guys in this live, I have some quick questions right here. Just a quick question, a quick answer. So here we go.
Okay.
All right. The best coach in the league for you?
Jerry Montgomery.
The best quarterback in the league?
Jordan Love.
The best D-line in the league?
Kenny Clark.
All right, man. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time. Hey, man. Just for us right here. Talk about us for your friends in the locker room, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about us for your friends, right? So, man, thank you. We love you. Go Pack Go.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Go Pack Go.
Thank you so much, KB.
Yep. See you later.
We're gonna just before we close up, we're gonna get your social media and put up on the page so people can go follow you, show some love. We have everything in order.
All right.
Thank you.
You can you got my Twitter, right? I think
Yeah. We share.
We're gonna put it there.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. You need me to tell you or something?
No, I have it here. Just it's all good. It's all good. I have it here.
Yeah. So thank you, KB.
Thank you, KB. See you
All right.
soon.
Go Pack Go.
Go Pack
Go
Go.
Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.
Thank you.
Amigos.
O final foi meio confuso, mas a gente saiu bem, vai.
Deu tudo certo.
Eu gostei do clubismo dele. Quando eu perguntei do coach.
De todo mundo, né?
O Felipe deu aquela sabonetada no final para dar o tchau ali para ele. Mas, pô, cadê tuas redes sociais? Cara, tu tem meu Twitter aí, tu me chamou pelo Twitter.
Toma.
Muito bom, cara. Parabéns, gurizada. Parabéns aí pela entrevista. A galera que estava nos acompanhando aqui, acho que gostou também bastante.
Sim.
Então,
a gente fez o que deu, né? Fizemos o que deu. A gente vai legendar esse negócio aqui, obviamente, né? Não tem nem o que dizer.
Sim.
Cara, maravilhoso. Entrevistamos um jogador do Green Bay Packers. Isso é absurdo. Obrigado aí pelo tempo de vocês, gurizada. Foi absurdo.
Quem deixou de curtir bloco hoje para assistir essa live,
Eu
merece.
peço desculpas já de antemão a galera que é fluente em inglês, porque tinha um tempinho que eu não conversava inglês, então se eu tava um pouco enferrujado é porque eu tô.
Capaz, foi bem tranquilo.
A gente se fez entender, tá ótimo. Ele entendeu todas as perguntas.
Exato, ele entendeu, ele conheceu o Brasil, foi aquela coisa toda. Maravilhoso.
Cara, ele falou que a gente conversou por mais de 1 hora, pô. Foi bom,
Exato,
assim.
exato.
Dá aquela engasgada. Eu achei que meu áudio estava meio ruim, porque às vezes ele não me ouvia. Mas
Cara,
acontece, né?
eu ouvi vocês o tempo todo, assim.
Sim,
Nenhum momento caiu, assim. Só o Felipe deu umas caidinhas ali antes, mas...
Pô, cara, eu fiquei... Cara, eu estou... Não sei se eu consigo mostrar
Não tenta fazer nenhuma peripécia com essa internet,
não se mexe. Cara, muito bom. A gente conversou com um jogador, cara. A gente conversou com um jogador do Packers. Meu Deus do céu.
Oh, por 1 hora, cara. Por uma hora.
Uma entrevista exclusiva aí.
E assim, eu achei que a gente foi bem, não foi entediante, cara. Ele falou bastante, acho que a gente conseguiu...
Não. Achei que foi muito bem, cara.
pô.
Foi muito bem.
Muito bem.
A gente deu aquela perdidinha ali no final, ali só para dar uma despedida, mas normal.
O tchau é mais difícil, até pessoalmente, cara. Eu sempre me perco pra dar tchau. Eu gosto de ir embora sem dar tchau. Porque...
Isso, eu faço isso também. Eu nunca dou tchau em festa da firma, entendeu? Eu só saio.
Não, eu nem sei o que fazer, cara. Festinha de aniversário da criança do buffet, eu não sei o que eu faço, cara. Se eu deixar pra todo mundo, pra alguns...
Exato. Tu não pode dar tchau, porque se tu der tchau, as pessoas vão falar que tu tá indo embora. Tu tem que só subir. Entendeu?
Não, enquanto você dá tchau, você tá se despedindo, não, valeu, até mais. Os dois vão pro mesmo lado, assim, da rua.
Isso. Exato, cara. Maravilhoso.
Vamos fazer uns cortezinhos dessa live.
Com certeza.
Eu vou escrever negócio pra gringa, eu quero... Ele coloca pra, dar mais visibilidade pra página.
É isso.
Claro. Coloca o link da live aqui mesmo, coloca o link da live. E aí,
eu
consigo colocar vários cortes, assim, parágrafos diferentes.
Isso. Coloca aí o link aí e já era.
Eu vou comprar uma jersey dele, cara.
Eu também.
Eu tava pensando nisso.
Não tem como, não.
Olha
só. Meu aniversário é mês que vem, tô aceitando, hein?
Essa é uma outra parada muito louca, assim, da diferença do futebol, do soccer. Tipo assim, cara, todos esses caras, ou sei lá, 99% deles são caras que minimamente fizeram aula na faculdade, entendeu? Tipo assim, tu vê que ele não é um doente conversando, tipo um cara, vamos buscar os 3 pontos fora de casa para agradar essa torcida maravilhosa. Tu sabe ligado?
Ele é super inteligente. Eu não sei que
assim,
não foi aquela parada de tipo aquelas entrevistas de
media training total, né? Pô, o cara falou...
até de intervalo de jogo de futebol, sabe? Tipo, vamos ver o que o professor tem pra
falar. Isso aí que eu tô falando. Não teve aqui, vamos ver o que o professor vai falar. O que tu acha do novo DC? Não, vamos ver o que o professor vai ensinar para nós. A gente tá aqui para aprender. Ele falou, desenvolveu, o cara é inteligente, entendeu? Os caras são inteligentes, no geral.
Eu gostei que ele meteu que eu achei uma pergunta super interessante, que eu achei que ia ser da Jersey. Tudo bem? Falando, não me importa com o número.
Exato, não. Eles falaram, é a 94 aqui, se tu quiser, se não quer, um abraço.
Tá bom.
E ele, beleza, 94, vai ser assim. Bom, mas me quebrou ele ser torcedor do Vikings, ok?
Não, ele falou sem culpa nenhuma, gostei muito.
Não, falei sem culpa nenhuma. Falou, não, cara, eu cresci torcedor do Vikings, fazer o quê? Pô, a gente tem o Van Ness, que é torcedor do Bears, a gente tem ele agora, torcedor do Vikings.
Cadê o...
E é muito bom porque ele fala isso depois de uma temporada muito boa. Então, assim, é zero...
Exato. Tipo
é
assim,
zero agente infiltrado.
Exato,
assim,
exato.
Ele foi o melhor, pensando aqui nos calouros do Packers esse ano. Mas acho que dá para argumentar que ele foi o melhor calouro do Packers esse ano, na defesa, pelo menos.
Não, na defesa.
Ele ou o Valentine, né, dos dois.
Eu acho que ele aí sim. Não,
mas eu acho que foi ele.
Para mim, dos calouros, cara, talvez ele seja o terceiro melhor. Talvez ele só fique atrás do Musgrave e do Reed, entendeu? Por exemplo.
Sim. Eu até ia comentar isso, mas ele é um cara bem, tipo, humildão, assim, pé no chão, tal. Mas ele talvez tenha sido, tipo assim, na defesa, o quinto melhor da defesa, o quarto. Tirando
Não é exagero pensar isso.
Da liga?
Tirando... Não, do Packers. Tipo assim, toda a defesa. Porque, vamos lá, foi o Gary, o Preston e o Clark. E depois, ele ou o Alexander. O Alexander não jogou metade do ano. Então...
Sim. Pô, mas eu achei, nossa, muito fera, cara. Muito fera mesmo.
A gente tá ao vivo nessa conversa aqui?
Estamos ao vivo.
Puta, não sabia. Achei que a gente ia ser. Ainda bem que eu não falei nada, cara.
Eu não tinha percebido quem estava ao vivo. Depois que eu fui perceber.
Não, nós estamos ao vivo.
Nossa!
Vamos dar tchau pra galera, daí a gente continua conversando nos bastidores, então.
É isso.
Valeu, galera. Obrigado pela participação de vocês
Gostei
aí.
que tem um cara
Go
com
back,
símbolo
go.
do Urawa Reds aqui, ó. Gostei disso aí.
Deixa o like aí se vocês gostaram dessa entrevista e vamos por mais. Quem sabe a gente traz mais alguém do
Até
Packers.
porque, tipo
Ô,
assim,
pessoal, compartilha esses negócios aí no Twitter, Instagram, posta os prints lá, pô, da hora. Quando que você traz um jogador desse pra conversar por 1 hora, cara?
eu fiz o segmento final achando que a gente ia fechar a live ali. Por isso que
Eu também.
meio embolado.
Não, eu achei que ia dar tchau e ia fechar. Tipo, ele ia sair e a gente ia terminar a transmissão rapidinho.
Tudo
Eu
bem,
não entendi.
deu tudo certo. Deu tudo certo.
Deu tudo certo.
Ainda bem que eu não falei nada.
Ninguém falou nenhuma atrocidade nesses
Não.
pós-live, pós-Brooks.
Valeu, gurizada. Falamos. Abraço a todos. Terça-feira estamos aí de novo. Na outra. Valeu. Go, Pack, go.